Hello everybody and welcome to this general playthrough for hole number 16, 17 and 18 of the TPC Sawgrass in the spooky Showdown 18 hole cup. These are general wins, which means that these are not the wins that you will have in the tournament. If you're looking for advice and guides for the wins in the tournament, then you scan the QR code on the screen or go directly to patreon.com/golfclashtommy for the ultimate tournament text guides for the spooky Showdown 18 hole cup. Now let's go to hole number 16, 17 and 18. Hole number 16. Here we do have the final of the par 5s of the TPC Sawgrass. And here, taking a couple of pictures here to a start. And then we're going to move up here. I'm trying to push this ball as hard as I can because this is a fairly long par 5. But when we do have a headwind, it's obviously going to be very problematic. We do have the red ring in the end by the rough line. And we are swapping to a luminary ball. And we do max top spin and 2 left spin. I'm pushing the rings here because of the trees being in my face. I don't know what's up with the trees. It almost looks like they are jumping. I know it's windy, but yeah, you know what I mean. Max curl to the left. I'm trying to hit perfect. The intention here is to cut the corner here or sling it around the corner without obviously going into the rough there on the right. If we are a little bit lucky, we could get a longer rollout and then we do have a shorter shot towards the pin. You can of course push up if you would so like, or use a ball with more wind resistance, which would of course simplify it a little bit more. Now, when we do have the second shot, we do have a lot of wind to play with, and also not really the bestest of the spots. I would definitely prefer to get this drive a little bit further up the fairway, and then attack with possibly a little bit more right spin. I kind of like to be more left on this fairway and come into the pin here. This is going to be a lot of rains, especially when it's such a high wind, but also that there is a lot of bouncing and rolling towards the pin. Almost getting there though, using 15% elevation here, and then a lot of rings shall be added. You can see a perfect ball. Grades are fine on either side, and we bounce on the fairway. We come up towards the green, but we are just right of the pin. Needed like half a ring or so to get that ball to go in the hole. But top par 5, definitely going to be a tiebreaker hole in my opinion. On hole number 17, here we do have a par 3, and you can see that I'm choosing to go very far right here in the rough, playing an aggressive line, and I will explain the reason why to that. Also aiming here on the right side of the pin. This hole before used to have a bigger bunker. We then had a sand bump that was absolutely beautiful. However, that's not, it's possible to go a sand bump for that small sand patch there, but it's not as good as it were in the past. Adjust 15% elevation. We are playing over the water, and every time we do play over the water, even though it looks flat, the ball will be affected more by the wind. You see we clip the rough, it rolls up the green, and we just need a little bit more speed because the ball trades left. The reason I go for that rough bump is because there is a little funnel spot there, which I kind of enjoy, and because otherwise this hole is dreadful. You can go simple here, going directly onto the green by using a lot of backspin. However, though, it's going to be very difficult to get something different than just a birdie. Be careful if you want to bounce on the fairway before the green. Because of that slope and such there is there, especially in headwind, using too much backspin there could actually backspin you back into the water. We end up with a par 4. That's not really like how it used to be in Golf Clash. We usually end up with a par 5. But now we're going to sling this ball around the corner, trying to get as far down possible without risking to go into the water. Now, if we do have a tailwind, we could obviously push this one very close, but now we do have some headwind, and we're going to have to just do our best. I'm keeping the Kingslayer because I do feel there's value keeping the wind resistance on the approach, and looking to use all the top spin and as much left spin possible together with max overpower. and then we get down to around 390 yards. Now again, I might be a little bit conservative in terms of using a P6 ball, and you could of course use a ball with more power and actually get yourself some more yards if you fancy that. The second shot is an interesting one. That's because there is a nice rock bump, there is also a nice bounce on the green, and like I've said throughout all the whole guides that are out here on YouTube for the TPC Sawgrass, I'm favoring bouncing on the green or on the fringe by the green instead of bouncing on the fairway before, just for consistency. 10% elevation on the approach, and we are here getting ourselves a centered ball, and then to hit perfect to give ourselves a nice chance for ending up with an eagle on this par 4. Thank you everybody for watching this part of my whole breakdowns for the TPC Sawgrass in the spooky Showdown 18-hole cups. Make sure to check out the other parts as well. These are general hole guides. These are not the wins that you have in the tournament. If you're looking for guides and information when it comes to the wins that we do have in the tournament, in the qualifying round, and then also in the final round, you sign up on patreon.com/golfclashtommy via the QR code or via the link in the description down below. You can do that via 30-day commitment, which is the cheaper alternative, and then you do have a one-time payment you can do as well. So it doesn't matter how you want to go about it, you can sign up via that. And there we do provide the ultimate tournament text guides, best guides on the market, giving you our best advice with text guides and with videos with voiceover on how to attack the specific holes with the tournament wins in Master Division. Thank you once again for watching, and I wish you the best of luck in the spooky Showdown 18-hole cup.